This is part 2.
So I wanted to continue to share this portion of my journey, this small portion, the creation of Tiny Tarot Time, the little messages in a bottle that I share at the portal place for those who stop by and need a little something after their moment here. And that's what we're doing. And it's a little bit creative. I do love a little scissor and paper action. It's very nice to calm the brain. I think I read somewhere about autism and just craft scissors, cutting, just give them some paper and scissors and they'll be right. I don't think it's that simple, but I do appreciate the process. I have certain scissors that I like for different things. And I do remember as a child my mother having quite large outbursts, flooded emotions, some would say, overstimulated when the scissors could not be found. I wonder if she knows now. There's somebody on YouTube somewhere talking about how that is related to overstimulation. It might help, but I did not take your scissors. But I do have multiple pairs of scissors I've learned from her overstimulation. I think I do need to reflect on that. This is why I wanted to share Tiny Tarot Time out loud, because I do sit here internally processing so much into these little bottles before they go out into the wild. And in a sense, they're messages that are coming from within me, through me. I've pre-chosen them in a way, the process I think I talked about in the last video. To be fair, I can't even remember how these ones have gotten here now, but I trust that they're related, everything is. And as I'm talking about my mother, it's the Hangman and Justice. It's just I didn't have an emotional response, but yeah, I needed a bit of time to just work through a response with my mother recently through some text messages. It's been really difficult for me to open back up after a chapter of very clear estrangement from my perspective, and I haven't really got a lot of experience or guidance with how to resolve that in a healthy way. Role models in the past haven't exactly I'm not sure they're the best example. In essence, that's why I'm in the same position as some of my family members have been in. And I don't want my life to continue that way, so I'm trying to find new ways to express myself and try to stay true to myself as I re-enter the family unit. And I don't even know if I'm welcome, to be fair. I mean, they say I am, but I just don't think they even know me. So a little bit of time. The Hanged Man is about pause, transition, readjustment, limbo, paradox, sacrifice might be necessary, bored with life, anticipation of progress, static relationship, yeah. I just don't really know the way forward with that. And I don't want to just shut down, so I'm just trying to be honest when I do get the urge to shut down, but the need to be understood, that justice component, I really need a change in that Wheel of Fortune. Nice segue, thank you. I remember what stopped us from the last Tiny Tarot Time. Thank you, Angelique. Whew, that was a powerful reading. I haven't been back since Angelique. Yes, well, the last card we did before was the Hermit, if I remember correctly, and we kind of lingered in that limbo energy. There's the Hangman speaking for us again. And then when Angelique came in for her reading, I believe she resonated with the Hangman energy from her own journey, like previously. And look, to me, I can just sense the Akash working through her with that dark night of the soul in this lifetime, and she's doing so well. I'm really glad she found me on such a perfect day. And well, it just floored me, I suppose. I've been doing my own work ever since. She was a great mirror into the soul, which all of the tarot readings are. Just some I prefer to, I really wanted to do the work with you, Angelique. So I kept going, and here we are. So we're grabbing the wheel together now. If there's anything related to your family that you can lend me, I want to say, Queen of Pentacles, your karmic line. If I can learn from you in any way, especially over this festive period, I want to, share that vulnerability with everyone, you know, even those who have the best relationship with their family can be found a little tested during the festive season. So, you know, much love to everybody who's going through it in some way. It is a returning of home and to the self that I think we all experience. So hopefully these messages go to just the right people. I'm just cutting through the last few here and really holding that knowing that I just established in my heart. It's going to take a few breaths. I do appreciate that. I didn't respond to her. Instead, I did let her know. And I feel like I'm shutting down. I don't really know how to. I think that's a great achievement. Took the time to pause. I'm not great with transitions. Look, I've really been underestimating that. It's great that I can so quickly return it to self and take extreme ownership, but I wonder sometimes if it's just sort of the martyr in me. Anyway, let's see what comes out when I ramble a bit. I was going to say something incoherent, I believe. It's a major arcana in this cup. I get a little bit intimidated by the majors. I want to make sure they're cut perfectly. I don't know why. It's like, I think my brain has imaginative ways of working with energy, and so I think it's a nice way that I'm honouring. This is strength that's coming through me now. I'm really honouring that leadership, Leo side of myself that appreciates. What do you appreciate? Courage? Yeah. Self-awareness. Got it. Yeah, okay. Well, that's definitely going to help. If I can call on... Well, you can't call on self-awareness from the others if they're bothering you. It's not going to ask. That's what I want, though, but I guess I just need to share what I've becoming more aware of in myself and why it's not easy for me to just reply to these messages, text messages from family, or to just reach out at the holiday season or ever. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, just coming through a deep chapter of self-awareness, and there's lots of parts of myself I don't like, and I guess one of those parts is the part that shuts down when I'm disappointed, that I'm like, I just know she doesn't understand me. There's no point even bothering to try to explain myself, and I'm just so sick of explaining myself. It's, you know, I'm not alone in that feeling. I know anybody that's been late diagnosed with ADHD or autism has definitely been on the shutdown phase. And that's why I went to get assessed, you see. I want to come out of it and realised it. So I think it's a bit of a shame to be locked away. Although I'm very grateful for the air conditioning at the moment. It is extremely hot up here, and I live in a bus, so we don't have air conditioning in the bus. And of an evening, you know, it's important to be cool, to sleep. So we take off to cooler places and sleep by the beach, or a few little spots that I can catch the perfect cross breeze. It's funny because it's true. And also do some fun things that we like to do. That's why we live in a bus. But it is nice to have this base here at the market and a lot of space. Poppy's just stretched out on the slate tiles right now. Super cool. And the air conditioning. Getting a workout. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, inner security. It's just a worthiness piece that I just didn't think I needed all of this stuff, or I don't know where I went to this self-deprecating, like, suffrage. I guess my outer world was just a reflection of my inner world. Just didn't think I deserved it, you know. I remember 5 years ago when I first started living on the road, I was trying to start a 1982 bloody van. It was the best. Nissan Irvan, bright blue, full of bulk, like rusted up and just busted up. And every time I went to start it, I never knew if it was going to start or not, or just blow smoke. Like, imagine being parked nicely somewhere by the beach while everybody's trying to enjoy their morning walk and you're just like fanging this van trying to get it started. Yeah, back in the day, Page of Pentacles, thank you. But I got really good at things, got really good at learning some things. And just seeing, like, I don't want to suffer this way anymore. And I don't want to be cold in the air conditioning either, and I guess being able to stand for both is, yeah, I'm awake in my dream right now. I'm really taking some time to acknowledge these little things that are born of frustration. You know, truly I've had to look at these sensory needs of mine and humour my inner child, just take care of, alright, if you want to play with that, go and play with that then. Alright, if you need to change your outfit for the 3rd time today because you dropped that drop of coffee on yourself, or it doesn't fall just quite right. And it looks like vanity or visual. It's not for the outer appearance. It's almost always because of how I feel. Now that I just allow this, it's just given me this time to understand some of these special neurodivergent nuances that might be the secret to my bloody success if I let them. Anyway, I didn't know what I was talking about. Judgment, secret to my success if I let them. Yeah, I guess judgment's coming through, double banger right now. You know, my peripherals can see the words and I know what part I'm cutting, but it's not, the reason I look at it is because I'm like, what am I banging on about? How is it related to this? And that's what I like to recommend to people when they're like, I keep seeing the number 1111. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take the piss, but yeah, that's all fucking well and good if you keep seeing the number, but don't just Google it and join some twin flame group and think you understand what the fuck's going on. That's just bypassing the message. What were you thinking about when you saw it? You know, consciously, where were you at in the grand design to be able to consciously catch the fucking wisdom that's being thrown at us all constantly? Like, if I'm to shut up for a second, I'll get hits, you know, the world. And it's true, the world, the sun, the sun. Wow, these are my double banger arcana, because I know there needs to be 2 out there of each of these. Yeah, the world is distracting. Jaylene is easily distracted and distracts others. Look, we didn't have ADHD assessments back in the day. I think, you know, my parents' generation is still looking at mental health as a stigma of illness, mental illness. And I'm so grateful that I managed to skip having to overcome that. Like, it was always, to me, something that I wanted to focus on, understanding behaviour, not thought. Like, I think it might be thought, but I never really identified with all of my thoughts. I was like, there's a lot of thoughts, how could they all possibly be real? Where is this all coming from? You know, that was more my sort of approach. I mean, I knew I was easily distracted. I was like, fucking, what am I supposed to do about it? Like, I can't just turn this tap off. You birthed me. I'm here. Fucking put me to use. Here I am, cutting pieces of paper, living my best life in the air conditioning. Free from judgment. It's true. It's fucking true. I love it. Thank you. Oh, nice. Finished on the world. Nice energy. That's how I speak to Poppy. You know that it's unconditional love. Well, we just worked a whole lot of things out by speaking out loud. It's amazing what happens when you just turn the camera on. Look, I don't know if it's going to be useful for anyone. It's not really the point, I suppose. Maybe you could just play this in the background while you're doing your own arty-farty stuff, you know? Just making something fun for somebody for Christmas. But I do believe that I've had enough. Took it all out of me to cut that. Let's read the world. Zodiac affinity, Saturn, completion, fulfillment, cosmic love, freedom from fear, reward for hard work and effort, time of celebration of self and others, feeling the world is your oyster, traveling both physically and mentally, accomplishing what you set out to achieve, feeling at one with yourself and the universe. Oh, it's all so true. I really do want to finish this, but I like to get in there and really fiddle around with the bottles when I do this part. So let's just get prepared. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the page, 8, 9, the king, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, Queen of Pentacles, 15, 16, King of Cups, 17, Queen of Swords, hello you, it's a mirror, 18, 19, 20. I probably knew that if I could have just thought about, I actually know how many were on each page, not sure. What have we got in here, little bottle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, oopsie. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I plan this already? There's one more. 11. Da 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 da. Okay, so we have our little doodahs and we have our little doodahs. And we get 11. 1, 2. We'll put them over here nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not 11, we need 20. 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I'm just going to put this one in here to remind myself to get more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I don't know if we're going to have enough business cards. So we'll look at that next. And we'll just make as many as we can. I'll get this one out, we need those ones. And I'm just going to pop this away to clear the table because it's just been a lot of energy on there. Ah, that's better. I think it's pretty obvious what we need to do, so we can flip it over. No, we still have to finish tomorrow. Okay, fine. It's feeling a lot nicer though, isn't it? Here, we'll put that there. Now, that's my beautiful stoned maiden bracelet. The anger and resentment is still here. Yes, the anger and resentment is still here. I'd like to do a tapping video because I want to watch myself tapping so that I can really experience how I feel. I want to read myself. I don't know if this is a wise thing to do. What do they say? Don't look at the dark. Or don't look at yourself in the mirror in the dark for more than 10 minutes or something. Anyway, I'm not on acid or anything. It's going to be fine. I don't know why I said that. I do, but it was kind of linked to something, a memory that I don't want to go into right now. And then that's great. We're going to just keep that bag there in case we need to pack this up in an emergency. Like quickly, I mean. Emergency. We'll leave our favourite scissors there and we'll put that there just to clear up anything that might be residual resentment, resistance, because this looks like something lovely to step into tomorrow. Doesn't it? Yes. Got my rings on. It's very loud. What about if I just put it here? I want to hold it. I wanted to breathe it in or something. I can't breathe it in. I was trying to breathe the sound in. My goodness, you're catching me super raw today. Thank you for allowing me to express myself this way. I've been doing art and it feels very naturally unnatural. So this has been a little bit of a stimming exercise, I suppose. Stimming for self-actualization. Doing it for my little Gracie Sage. 1616, that'll do. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.